Hello and welcome to the video lecture describing the three-layer data architecture for a data warehouse. One slide, going to try to make this as quick as possible. So we've got our enterprise data model. All right, now you modeled data back in IT 117, so you understand what a data model is. Right, we've got our ERD. Now, data modeling also occurs at the data warehousing level. Of course, before you have a data warehouse, you have to model the data. So the first thing that comes into consideration, if you look at the bottom, we have our enterprise data model on the left. Then on the bottom, we have our operational data. So now our operational data is made up of our operational metadata. Again, the description of what our operational data is. And then we have our operational system. That operational data from our operational system gets pulled into what's known as the reconciled data. Right? So we do our extract, transform, load, and once it gets loaded, that loaded information is known as reconciled data. Right? So there's our enterprise data warehouse and our operational data store. So what's the difference? Our operational data store is where we store our snapshotted operational data. So now whether we're doing it on an hourly basis, a weekly basis, a daily basis, a monthly basis, those snapshots go into your operational data store. After they're in your operational data store, they get transformed again and summarized into your reconciled data. That's why your enterprise data warehouse consists of both. Some organizations, like here at Hofstra University, we make a very big distinction in between our operational data store and our data warehouse. Our operational data store is used for some reporting purposes, and our data warehouse is used for other reporting purposes. So we've made a very distinct, very large distinction between the two and what reporting gets done from both. We are going to have metadata associated with our EDW, right? So what describes what is in the data warehouse. So that's our EDW metadata. And then from our reconciled data, we have more derived data that gets pulled into a data mart. And then again, we're going to have metadata associated with our data mart, all of which has to be modeled before you actually do it. You really need, there are data architects that sit down and model all of this out before any data starts to get moved. It is also an iterative process. This is not going to be something that, oh, this is the way we wrote it, so this is the way we're always going to do it. Things always change. And we will talk about that in a later lecture. But that is the description of the three-layer data architecture for a data warehouse.